The Jazz are listening to offers for Lauri Markkanen? BS. I'm calling BS. I mean, look, I didn't think Mikal Bridges was going to be traded, but the Brooklyn Nets were trying to patch a roof. They were trying to patch their floor and their ceiling. Sometimes when you try to patch something, it doesn't work. You got to just tear it down. And the Jazz might be realizing that, like Mikal Bridges and the Brooklyn Nets, they might be patching themselves with Lauri Markkanen. And that in a similar situation, they've realized that we don't have a direction. We're just taking on contracts. We're a middle of the pack. Look, as the Washington Wizards team, I saw my team flounder outside of the play-in, or before the play-in. It just didn't work out. You know what I mean. And with the Jazz, allegedly, according to Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN on SportsCenter, he said that the Utah Jazz will listen to offers for the All-Star forward Lauri Markkanen. The Jazz will aggressively pursue trades for Mikal Bridges, or they were aggressively pursuing trades for Mikal Bridges before he was traded to the New York Knicks. Now Utah may pivot towards completely rebuilding around Keontae George. Wojnarowski indicated that it would take a massive offer similar to what Mikal Bridges got for a team to acquire Lauri Markkanen. The Jazz aren't necessarily shopping Lauri Markkanen either, but they are willing to move him if they are completely blown away with a trade package. In 2 years with the Jazz, Lauri Markkanen has blossomed into an all-star, borderline all-NBA player. After winning Most Improved Player in 2023, Markkanen averaged 23.2 points and 8.2 rebounds per game last season. He was on the cusp of a 50-40-90 season while he hitting 48, 39, and 89.9 clip. His contract's fully guaranteed for just over $18 million this coming season. Speculation has been that Utah could use cap space to renegotiate and extend Markkanen's deal, should they not use that cap space to acquire players. Now, I know some people are going to say, oh, Philadelphia, or something like that. I can't see Philadelphia getting him. And I think a team like Philly could offer you is like 4 firsts and Jared McCain and Paul Reed. Cool. Houston has Phoenix's picks and young prospects that could be there. OKC is the one. I feel OKC. What about Ousmane Dieng, Kassan Wallace, and 4 firsts for Markkanen? It's not a bad deal. I think another one. I really do think that we gotta do. You know what we're about to do, right, ladies and gentlemen? Fanspo trade machine. Because how are we gonna talk about a potential trade without showing it? And I think the best way is let's go over here, Utah. I do like the deal that we were just talking about, Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City ended why can't yeah, they were like just up there. So first off, I know this is a lot of money that you would be throwing at them, but how does the idea of I guess they technically haven't, and this deal hasn't technically happened, but so we gotta make it happen to the Thunder, and then you gotta send where's Giddey, because Giddey's not on the team anymore, to the Bulls. All right. So who else were we gonna include in this deal because of monetary compensation? Also, we need to include one more deal, which is the Warriors took what's his face off this team's hands, and they basically sent to the Thunder for Lindy Waters. Okay. So Ousmane Dieng will include this deal to the Jazz. We've sent them Kenrick Williams. And then let's say you send this pick to the Jazz. You want to give them I think you give them 2 picks next year. You give them a 26 pick, and then you give them a 28 Dallas pick. Now, how does this deal look? And you're like, why would they outgoing? They have $27 million, and so they really would only be taking on $27 million. And this gives them, this works out really well. The Thunder would be insane. So, because they did trade Lindy Waters to the Warriors on draft night, and then Josh Giddey for Caruso, because this trade machine didn't have that deal done. And then basically the Jazz walk away with Kenrick Williams, Kassan Wallace, and Ousmane Dieng. They drafted Nikola Topic, so I know Kassan Wallace is someone they really like, but there and the Newsman Jang just doesn't fit there anymore. You get rid of Kenrick Williams, and then John Collins, you could trade him next year. Lauri Markkanen, you extend him, and John Collins' contract will be off the books. Even if you weren't going to move off him, his contract will be off the books before you have to pay J-Dub and Chet Holmgren and everybody else. So it's cool, and I don't know, man. I really like this deal for everybody involved because if you're basically the Jazz, you have yourself 4 picks now and 2 picks in next year's draft, which is like a really good draft. And if you're the Thunder, you have your front court set with Chet Holmgren, Jay Will, and John Collins and Lauri Markkanen. I don't know, man. That's a really good deal for the Thunder, in my opinion. Really good deal for the Thunder. Now, let's go ahead and do one last deal, and that is I saw someone comment the Hawks, and the Hawks would be a team that would be like, hey, we've done business before. How about I don't want to do all this work, but hypothetically, because the Pelicans sent, I hate that we have to do this real quick, but to the Hawks, and then to the Hawks. All right, and then to the Pelicans, they send them, what was it, a 25 and a 29, I believe it was. So you would look at this deal right here. How would they then send Lauri Markkanen over? So you'd assume the deal would be around, the Jazz would get him, and also AJ Griffin got sent to, what team was AJ Griffin sent to? I want to make sure. AJ Griffin was sent to the Rockets. What a funny deal. What a funny deal. I forgot all about that little small deal that happened. So they did send AJ Griffin off the books, which we knew was going to happen. I was actually talking to Lauren Williams about that at the draft. I met Lauren Williams, the beat writer. So then after this, who else could be included in this deal? I guess you'd have to include Kobe Buffkin. I'm sorry, Buffkin's gone, ladies and gentlemen. That he had to be thrown in this deal. So you walk away, and then if you're Utah, you're like, all right, what are you going to give us? So you give them a pick next year. You give them a pick in 2031 and a pick in 2030. What do you guys think of this big old deal? It fails because, we can't do a 26 or a 27 draft pick. So what draft pick? Okay. So here we go. We'll just send this one. Now, does the deal work like this? It should work because, wow. Oh, you can't send 2030 or a 31 draft pick. So basically, the picks that I included were just not tradable. So a 28 right here, and can I do a 29? They're going to tell me no, but we're going to see if this deal ends up working, and still fails because you can't send a 28. How great is this? So I can send a 29. I guess we're going to just send you a bunch of second-round picks, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't know how else you would look at this deal and just think, okay, this is how the deal would have to look like. We gave you so many second-round picks. There's 4 first-round picks. 4 first-round picks. And you walk away with 5 seconds. I feel like it's an overpay, but you get DeAndre Hunter and Kobe Buffkin. Hawks end this offseason by walking away with Lauri Markkanen, Larry Nance, Jason Daniels, and EJ Liddell for DeJounte Murray, AJ Griffin, DeAndre Hunter, and Kobe Buffkin. If the Landry Fields was able to do something like that, that would be insane.